competition. First, we would like to say good morning to school principal, management trainee, school coordinator, judges, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate today is, this house would make physical education compulsory. In order to let you understand this topic clearly, we would like to explain use of keywords first. According to Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary, the word physical education means the instruction of physical activities that, especially in school. And the word compulsory means things that must be done because of rule or law. So the whole topic means that the instruction of physical activities that should be required because of rule. And we, the affirmative team, believe that this statement is true. Today, as the first speaker, I will be talking to you 1 point, and our second speaker will be talking to you 2 points. And our last speaker will rebut and sum up our team case. And now we will be discussing 1 point. Our first point is physical education help individuals achieve their expertise. And if it is not driven by the encouragement of others to do PE, then in many society, and in this case, students won't discover what they are good at, what they are capable at. As you already know that talent isn't something that is easy to accomplish if one doesn't try it. So by contributing physical activities and motivate kids to participate, it could be one of a lifetime opportunity and a dream come true. The fact that he or she could find out what they are talent at a particular sport and making them special, and also can reach them to a high paying career. With this mind, they would even be able to reach their full potentials and even surpass the world record for those who are lucky. And moreover, kids are able to discover their talent and they can become a sports stars. Moreover, it also can make them to have a big profit and a good future for themselves too. According to a website called Career Builder, schools that provide physical education have shown to help students to have a high profits career. So, ladies and gentlemen, we the affirmative team still believe that this statement is true. Thank you.
I'm very respectful to school principal, school management trainee, school coordinator, judges and teachers, and ladies and gentlemen who are here. Good morning. Today, the topic for debate today is this: how would make physical education compulsory? We agree with the definition given by the first affirmative speaker. However, we at the negative team strongly disagree with this statement. Today, as first speaker, I will be talking to you about the first main reasons, and our second speaker will talking to you about the second and third main reasons, and our third speaker will rebut and sum up our team case. So, physical is education through physical. It's aimed to develop student physical ability and knowledge of movement and safety, and the ability to use this form in a wide range of activity associated with the development of an active and healthy lifestyle, which we call in short is PE. So, before beginning with my argument, I would like to begin with a rebuttal. The first affirmative speaker had tried to tell you about the future career. Our team strongly disagree with this point because some students when join PE class, they don't think about their future career. They just think about how happy they are, and they just show up how good they are at playing soccer or football. But I will discuss for a few minutes that it is really dangerous, because sometimes the student can get injured. And bullying is another situation sing during PE. And sometimes in PE courses include fitness training or sport or games that finally result in physical injury. So now let's move to my argument. My argument is PE is a waste of time and resources. 1 or 2 PE lessons a week is good. It can waste the student valuable time. It creates the whole extra department in schools and wasting the great deal of money that could be better spent on the academic lessons. If the students spend their time to practice the math or other subjects, that could be better. And it also requires school building to be surrounded by large amount of land for the field, like football field or others. And for the quality of teaching is low, our students who are taught in high class. And according to our research in Texas Fitness Now program, used $37 million to attempt to improve the school students' fitness academic achievement and behavior by forcing them to participate in the PE every day. According to the researcher, concluded that the daily instruction didn't have any positive impact on kids' health or education outcome. He found that the program, which ran from 2001 to 2011, actually had a detrimental effect, agree with the small increase and reduction and absent rate. So we still disagree with this statement. Thank you.
Morning, school principals, judges, ladies and gentlemen. Our topic for debate today is that this House would make physical education compulsory. We, the affirmative team, believe that the statement is true. The first speaker from the negative team has tried to tell you that it's a waste of time and resource, which cannot convince our team because physical education is part of students' education. So spending money on physical education won't be pointless because it would provide lots of benefits from it. And this won't get in the way of students' time either, since there are proper schedules where students can learn and they can also play their favorite sports. So now let's go into our point. Our speaker have already tried to tell you that physical education helps individuals to discover their expertise. Today I will be talking to you about 2 points. My first point is participation in sport helps to promote students' health. Generally, by participating in sport, grants lots of various advantages that could help students have in lots of different ways. Physical education should be compulsory in school because it could help to benefit both everyday health and not to mention kids' significant performance on their daily tasks. Some schools may think that it's a waste of time. However, without good health, students will face lots of troubles during their education, mostly lack of sleep that could ruin their critical thinking skills and they won't be able to pay more attention in class. So by allowing physical education, students, the problem with lack of sleep would be fixed and their judgment and thinking would also be really sharpened. Because according to the interactive health technology, PE would improve students' health differently by making them more their performance better, and not to mention the chances of students having dangerous disease and mental issues would also be decreased. Now to my second one is an excuse for punishment. Instead of punishing students cruelly or just letting them sit around and think about their actions, why not use physical education as a new way for punishment? Because the other way doesn't seem that effective, since students can actually blame the teacher if they use violence as their punishment, and just sending them to detention wouldn't work either. So using physical education like running 4 or 5 laps, students would be able to learn their lesson much quicker and they would also gain health benefits. So you could say this method has more benefits than the others. Ladies and gentlemen, our team still strongly agree with the motion says this House would make physical education compulsory. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As I am the second speaker of opposition team, I have to say that my team still strongly disagree with the motion. And what the second speaker of proposition team trying to tell you guys is that physical education have promote student health and punishment. So I would like to say that it doesn't mean physical education that always help student or promote student health, because according to College of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering has said that exercise helps students to get appetite and make their iron and vitamin loss. So it means that increased appetite make them want to eat even more. They always get hungry. So it doesn't mean when physical education we done it already, then we'll get things that we want. And iron and vitamin loss make our anxiety and our body lost our power and not more active and not healthy. So let's get into our point. Students should be allowed by choice and have their own responsibility. A lot of children don't want to do this. If their parents agree, why would they force? And it is different from any other lesson. It is about what one does with one body. And in any case, it's a right word to say that PE make any serious difference to children's health. And there are plenty of more effective ways to ensuring healthy population than pushing children around a freezing sport pitch once a week. And not least will be addressing that our disgusting young diet have today and encourage walking or cycling around the school than surveillance of the car. And second point, physical education should not be compulsory. It should not be compulsory because children should have rights to choose. Some people are not sporty and some people have different priorities like math, science or English, which are more better and important than physical education. And some people over-exercise, so it could harmful to their body. And the amount of injury related to physical education are a lot. And you already know that children doesn't want to get hurt. And in New Zealand in 1955, child died because of playing rugby and broke his neck. So don't try to be so selfish and be a sensitive people who look into the real world. To conclude, my team still strongly disagree with the motion because PE make people addicted and doesn't expect about dangerous situation and don't think about real situation. Thank you.
Good morning, school principal, judges, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate today is that this House would make physical education compulsory. We, the affirmative team, believe that this statement is true. The first negative speaker have tried to tell you that PE is a waste of time, resources. Because we think that this point isn't clear enough. Because of PE, students can become a critical thinker, and it helps students a lot with their study. Why do we think that it is a waste? School, sometimes they prepare the schedule for the PE time at least once a week. So students should have time and have to enjoy that time as well. And on the school, for the school, students pay for the admin fee, so it is not a waste. And the second negative speaker have tried to tell you that school should be allowed a choice. Why do we think this is choice for the student? Because every school, they always include the physical education for students, and it is not a choice for them, and it really helps students a lot with critical thinking and make their minds be active. And it also stated that PE should not be compulsory. If the PE about physical education helps individuals to achieve their expertise. It could be one of a lifetime opportunities and dream come true, and she or he can find out that they are talented so that they even get them a high-paying career. Moreover, they be able to find their facility in which they can become an athlete that earn benefit. By providing physical education, in school students can discover how good they are in sport. And our second speaker told you that participation in sport promotes health. People know that physical education should be obligated in school because it could help improve students a lot. And however, without good health, students will face lots of problems, mostly affect students sleeping, so it can ruin their critical thinking. And as the research agent, most of students want to have physical education in school because they believe that it's the main factors to improve their health, especially brain. Technically, in our country, almost all the school, even state school or also private school, they always include the physical education, and it gives them a benefit. It's not useless for them or the rest of time of studying. And our second speaker also said that an excuse for punishment. Teachers mostly use violence to punish. It's cruel and it might affect to students' feeling. And however, there is a method instead of using violence is physical punishment. It's kind of weird, but it really helps a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen, because by the rest of our three main point of both, we believe that this statement is true. Thank you.
So first, I would like to say good morning to school principal, judges, all ladies and gentlemen who are participating here in this event. Good morning. Today, as a third debater from opposition group, I and my teammates will strongly disagree with the motion that this house would make physical education compulsory. Well, that's all very interesting about the affirmative team, but the problem is that the first speaker said, find what he or she likes and follow their dream. So don't you think that doing the other activity help them to achieve their goal or be in the world record? If everyone always follow their dream or they going to the physical education, so they will be doing a physical education teacher. So how about the other job? Where are the other jobs like doctor or scientist? So we can't find. And the second speaker said that participation promotes student health. Well, don't students do the exercise beside the school? And they don't have the social media to do the exercise or practice the exercise? Moreover, if we do the exercise in school or have a physical education class in school, it will mess up with their studying. And also, do you ever think that choose to do exercise can punish the student? I think so, but it seems like it's not really hard like doing like have a violin. If we have a violin for students, it will help them to be more like they think that it is their mistake, so they will don't do it again. And it's not a choice to them. So do you think everyone have right? So we can choose. We are not in the prison that can't choose to do anything. So to recap, the main point, physical education take from precious time during the school hour. They would be best be used for educational purpose. There is no need to spend time for the physical education. The time would better spent studying new concepts. Moreover, students can get physical education after school extracurricular and in the sport team event. If there is a physical education class in school, it would be the school would waste all the money for paying for teacher salary, also maintaining a gym, and also for physical education class. It is true that physical education gives a chance for students to have their own sport, but it doesn't mean that it helps them to interest in. According to studies, children should do exercise at least 15 to 30 minutes. But in physical education class, they force them to do exercise
motion. And also, we can't stand for this motion too. Thank you.
So greeting once again, ladies and gentlemen, and I am back here to do the reply speech. So this is the last chance for our team to prove that our information and our evidence are the true information. And what I've heard from the two team trying to stand for all of you is that I think that they are wrong because physical education somehow doesn't show your talent or find a way to be a star. Because like what you said, talent is the best. But do you think without hard work you will accomplish your goal? No, you don't. And physical education promotes student health. There's a lot of things that could promote them to be a healthy person, such as having a diet or only enjoy healthy food, eating your vegetable or fruit. That is even better than running around the field. And yes, excuse for punishment. Of course, teacher finding a group punishment. But if you use physical education as a punishment, it's way too easy. So kids never afraid of that and won't do the bad thing again and again. So students should be allowed by choice. A lot of children don't want to do this. And there are plenty of ways to ensuring a healthy population in the world. And physical education should not be compulsory because people have rights to choose. Some people are not sporty and some people have different priorities, which are more better than physical education. And yes, and there are a lot of injuries related to physical education. So judges, please put yourself in the kid who pass away or get hurt because of physical education, or the kid that doesn't want to get in physical education class but being forced by people around them. The feeling is hurt and emotional, and no one wants to be in that situation. Before I end up my team debate, I would like to share a guide on meeting quote says that PE doesn't stand for physical education, but it stands for public embarrassment. Thank you. Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here for a reply speech. In fact, providing physical education isn't useless. By contributing physical activities and motivate kids to participate is one of a lifetime opportunity and a dream come true. Moreover, kids are able to find out what their talents and what they are good at. Moreover, they can become a sports star too. And school is also where they plant the best player. And besides that, physical education help out with everyday health and kid performance on their everyday tasks. Instead of physical education improve students' health differently by making them more effective and their brain more active. Moreover, the result of the students, they get better performance. On the other hand, instead of punishing students by using violence or just telling them to stop doing that, is that a good way? Why don't you try using physical education as a new way? It might sound strange, but it's really work. Students can also blend to their teacher if they send them to detention. Moreover, students using physical education as a new way to punish to the students, it also can benefit to the students' health at the same time. The quote says that